Hey guys, my name is Daniel Merza and I'm the author of a book called Get the Monkeys Off Your Back, and I speak at high schools. And I was really excited to come to your school this week as part of the National Day of Action against bullying and violence, but unfortunately due to the circumstances that session has been postponed to later in the year. Nevertheless, I want to share with you a short message that's tied to the theme of the National Day of Action against bullying and violence. You see, this day was created and initiated by the Australian government to bring the whole school community together to take a stand against bullying. Because bullying is a major problem, not only here in Australia, but also across the world. In Australia, 1 in 4 students across Australian schools are being subject to bullying. And guys, these are only the reported cases. I'm sure you'll agree that there are a whole bunch of people out there that are too afraid of sharing what they're going through with somebody. So there are a whole bunch of unreported cases when it comes to bullying. Bullying has major short and long-term effects on the person on the receiving end. But in fact, bullying doesn't just affect the person on the receiving end. It also affects the person dishing it out, the bully, because they've got underneath the surface issues and problems that haven't been addressed. And it also affects those that are watching, the bystanders. Because of bullying, somebody's performance can drop at school. Somebody can stop coming to school. They won't try out for the choir, the drama, the footy team, the debating team. Because of bullying, somebody can live in a constant state of embarrassment and shame and anxiety. Because of bullying, somebody can spiral into depression and loneliness. That can lead to all sorts of problems such as substance abuse, eating disorders, and even harming themselves. Because of bullying, somebody can reach that point of hopelessness and despair where they feel like that their life is not worth living and attempt to take their own life, and even worse, succeed. Guys, in this country, suicide takes more young lives than car accidents, with bullying being a major contributing factor that leads to people who are on the receiving end of bullying reaching that point where they feel like that their life is not worth living. It doesn't have to be that way. And each and every one of you have the power and the influence to change that. The power and that influence comes from the freedom of choice that each and every one of you have. That choice to raise people up and not to bring them down. That choice to be a force for good and not for harm. That choice to show greater empathy, love, compassion to those around you instead of bringing people down and spreading hate and negativity, because there's enough out there in the world. So guys, when I come along and see you in a few months, I'm going to share with you how you can use your power and your influence to beat bullying at your school. You see, bullies have monkeys on their backs. Victims of bullying also have monkeys on their backs. And those that are watching it happen, those bystanders, also have monkeys on their backs. So when I come along and see you, I'm going to share bullying from 3 perspectives. The perspective of the bully and how the bully can get those monkeys off their backs. Because you see, bullies were not born bullies. If you're somebody that's bullied somebody before, that's not you. You weren't born a bully. That's a learned behavior. And you can change that behavior to become a force for good. And I'm going to share with you how in the next session. Those that are on the receiving end of bullying, victims of bullying, also have monkeys on their backs. And I'm going to share with you how you can go from being a victim to being a victor, to being somebody that overcomes their experiences of bullying and building their strength, their resilience, and confidence. And we're also going to look at bullying from the perspective of the bystander and how these bystanders that are seeing something happening that shouldn't be happening, something that's happening that's wrong, how they can use their voice, their brave voice, to put an end to bullying. So as I wrap up this video, I want to encourage you during this time of uncertainty and challenge to remain calm. This whole coronavirus business, this is something that will pass. And despite what the media and what people are doing, which is quite hysterical, people are afraid, people are scared, know that this is just another challenge that life has thrown. And it's not what happens to you that's important in life, it's how you respond. So focus on being grateful, focus on being present, focus on remaining hopeful, and focus on being the best that you can be with what you have, knowing that this period will pass. Thanks for listening, and I look forward to seeing you guys soon.